Last weekend, David Carter obtained a world record by broadcasting non-stop for 48.5 hours on Radio London. A number of IC Radio members helped out, and Paul is Harvey Nadin, next year's IC Radio station manager, to talk about this and his plans for IC Radio next year.
Hello Harvey, nice to have you along here. Now, last weekend, of course, was this record attempt by David Carter, who managed 48.5 hours of constant broadcasting. Were you there yourself?
I was actually, yes. I was in both days, the Sunday and the Monday. He started off at 6 a.m. on Sunday morning, and he carried on till 6:30 a.m. on Tuesday morning.
How much did this beat the last record by?
Well, the previous record was held by BBC Radio Derby for 45 hours non-stop. And that doesn't necessarily mean that the presenter sits in front of all the controls, but he actually just has to be on air for 45 hours. He doesn't have to go to sleep.
It would be a bit difficult to actually sort of sit there for 48 or so hours,
right,
isn't it? I believe, in fact, that IC Radio played quite a big part in this record attempt. How many people did they have there?
Well, we supplied 11 people, various shifts. The whole of the programming was divided up into 6-hour shifts, and we decided on which 6-hour shifts everybody would fit into. I myself went along on the 12 till 6-hour shift on the Sunday, and I was in from 6 till 6 on the Monday, so it was an early morning.
So that's what, 12 hours or so, is it?
That's right, yeah. I stayed on a little bit afterwards. John Allen went in for, that's last year's IC Radio station manager,
Right.
This year's IC Radio station manager, I should
Still
say.
going strong.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm trying to edge in, you see. He was there for both the nights. He went in for sort of 6 till 6.
Jolly good. So, in fact, you played quite a large part in this record attempt.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that if we hadn't been there, they'd have been struggling.
I see you also got a rather nice jacket from them.
Yes, it was a sort of present that they gave us all a jacket. So they obviously couldn't sell one. Nice 206, so if anybody sees me walking around in college with this bright, vivid jacket on, and various other people as well, they'll all know we've been to Radio London.
Well, they should be able to see it since it is in colour. What sort of material do they play during attempts like this, then?
Well, he had all his records pre-selected, and he tried to divide it up into 2-hour slots. He might have done 2 hours disco, 2 hours reggae, 2 hours, well, in fact, 4 hours of sort of 100 sellers, million sellers. That was a live thing they did from 2 till 6 on the Monday out in the foyer, and people could come along to reception, look through the windows and see it all in action. And during that time, we actually managed to get a request in Crocodile Rock, which is our theme tune was played for us around 3 o'clock on the Monday.
Yeah, I could imagine it'd be quite easy just to suddenly dry up in front of a microphone after a long time like that.
Yes, he did have a bit of help from various guests coming in, some famous people, or infamous people, should I say. Tony Blackburn, to name but 4.
Infamous, definitely.
Paul Burnett. Paul Burnett was supposed to come in, didn't quite manage it. Various other people came in as well.
Getting down to IC Radio itself, I believe that next week you're putting out several, or particularly one programme, from Capital Radio entitled Bedsit Jungle.
We're rebroadcasting the Capital's Bedsit Jungle programme, which is an excellent programme about finding flat accommodation in London. We shall be broadcasting that one, I believe, next Monday evening on IC Radio. I'm not quite sure of the timing. It'll be sometime between 7 and 9, I think. I shall be talking to Michael Arthur live in the studio between 7 and 9 next Wednesday.
And what sort of things are in this programme, then?
I'm not quite sure. I haven't heard it myself, so I can't really say what the Bedsit Jungle programme is going to be about. But I shall be chatting to Michael Arthur about various things, how to find a flat, how to find a good landlady, and also inviting people to phone in questions that they might have to him live on air.
Great. Well, of course, you're going to be next year's station manager. What do you intend to do with IC Radio?
I'm wondering whether I can sell it off somewhere and retire to the Bahamas. No, I've got various ideas. John's done a fantastic job in setting the whole thing up. He's leaving at the end of the year. Good luck to him. We wish him all the best from IC Radio, and I'm sure everybody in college will remember him for a long time to come.
Oh, I'm sure they will, yeah.
I've got a very difficult task taking over from him. I've got some various ideas. We're going to have another studio, hopefully in operation at the end of this term.
You mean in Northside?
In Northside, that's right. And we shall then be able to split our programming, hopefully, and carry specialist programmes on medium wave while still maintaining our general music programmes in the bar. We've been limited this year because we didn't quite like putting classical music on for people to drink pints by. They couldn't quite keep in time with the arm. But we're going to be able to carry 2 sets of programmes, hopefully, in the future. And so we should be able to grab 2 audiences at once.
Now, there was a vote earlier this term when several of the specialist programmes, which you do, were given the elbow. Do you think this is a bit of a shame?
It was inevitable, unfortunately. We have to go for the maximum audience we can manage, because otherwise people might feel it's not worthwhile putting more money into IC Radio. That's obvious. The union are going to feel that, I think. We try to maintain a service which is going to please the maximum amount of people. If we've got a split service where we can provide general music for people to still enjoy drinking by in the bar, and also people, if they want to listen to R&B, for instance, classical music, then they can listen in their rooms to get the best of both worlds.
Okay, and are you thinking of extending the network at all?
We're trying to improve our reception at the moment. We've done some more tests on the transmitter and altered the settings on it, and it has improved the reception in Southside and also in Linstead. So people who are in Linstead Hall, if you try again once more on 301, you should get a much improved signal. We're still carrying out reception tests, one which will be carried out again in Linstead Hall in the near future to see how our signal's faring.
And finally then, Harvey, is there anything special coming up on IC Radio in the future?
A quickie. Oh dear me.
Quickie, yes.
There's obviously going to be a bit short-staffed as the exams comes around. But after the exams, we shall have a fantastic extravaganza. I'm sure somebody will go for 50 hours non-stop. Might even be me. Might do it live from the JCR. How's about that?
Great. Okay. Well, good luck, both for whatever you do this term and for next year. Then. Harvey.
Thank you very much indeed, Paul.
Right.